All right, so I'm going to show you quickly how to replace spark plugs on a 2016 BMW 435i with X-Drive. This has the N54 engine in it, and let's just go over quickly what tools you're probably going to need to do this job. I've got a ratchet, a couple extensions. I believe this is a 6-inch. Then we've got a T30 Torx, a swivel, a 10 millimeter. It doesn't have to be a swivel socket, just a 10 millimeter socket. And then we've got this let's see, E18 Torx. It's an inverted Torx, and then a 17 millimeter socket, just a regular socket. Can be deep or shallow. This is the special spark plug socket that you're going to need to take the spark plugs out. And let's see if I can get the part number on there for you. It's a 14 millimeter. Looks like the part number is S. It's either 9714MK or it might be 5714, but I think it's 9714. Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get it to focus there. Yeah, as you can see, the spark plugs are an odd shape. It's like a triple square or a 12 point. So first thing that you're gonna do to get all these pieces off, you're gonna take the oil cap off to get the engine cover off. Once that's out of the way, you're gonna go ahead and take the wiper cowl pieces off. Now, these things have some 10 millimeter plastic nuts that keep the piece engaged to where it's supposed to be, and they only turn a half of a turn or a quarter of a turn almost. So don't stick an impact gun on these or you'll break them. They just turn to unlock, and then you can take these pieces out. They just pop up and lift out of the way. You don't have to be too rough with them. Then there will be a rubber strip that runs across here, and inside the rubber strip you'll see that there's this wire. So just take the wire out of the rubber, remove the rubber, get it out of the way. And then there'll be a strut bar that's in behind that. So in order to take the strut bar out, you're going to take two covers that'll just pop off from the bottom. You'll just push them up and they'll pop out of this windshield cowl that's up against the glass. That's going to give you access to two 17 millimeter bolts. Then you'll come out to the sides here at the strut towers. You can see the hole here, and there's a hole on the other side, and that's where your inverted Torx E18 inverted Torx socket's going to come in. You're going to have to take two bolts off of there. That'll let you get that strut brace out of the way and off. And I think that, oh, there's also another cover. Once you get that out of the road, there's another cover that sits across here with a piece of foam under it. So take the cover off. It's a bunch of 10 millimeter bolts. You go along there. There is one push clip that holds this rubber to the end of that plastic shield. You'll take that off, it just pops out, and then you'll be able to take that plastic cover off, and then you can take the foam off. Now, I didn't undo this cable. I just have it so like I can move it out of the way. There's enough room now. I can gain access to the coils. So the only other thing that you're gonna have to do to gain access to this back cylinder here is there's a bracket that sits in here, and it houses these two connectors. So I'll show you this is the piece here. So if you just push over on this tab, the connectors just pop up, and then there's one T30 Torx that undoes that screw, and I just moved that bracket out of the way. And then as far as taking the coils out, it's like every other BMW. You've got these plastic pieces here that just lift up, and when they pop up, it's going to push the connector out. So you can just take your connectors off, slide them out of the way, and then what I do is I kind of stick my one finger inside of this hole, and then with my other hand I'll grab a hold of this. Just watch, you can see this one's cracked because these pieces of plastic here are very brittle. You'll grab a hold of that and it just slides out. Once you get those out, then you have access to your spark plugs. Now, these are sort of an odd design because they aren't directly straight down to the spark plug. It goes down, like the tube goes down, but the spark plug's on a bit of an angle. So the service manual says you need an extension with a minimum of 8 degrees. And that's where this swivel is going to come in handy. So take the swivel, stick it on the end of your spark plug socket, and then you can put an extension on that, and there you go. You can stick your ratchet on there, get in there, take your spark plug out. Now, going backwards, installing the new spark plugs, they are torqued to 30 Newton meters, give or take 3 Newton meters. So you may also want a torque wrench if you're the guy that's going to be torquing the stuff down. You'll also want a torque wrench. I guess did not include that, but I will be torquing these things down. And that's about it. So just follow this video in reverse, get those torqued down, put your coils in, connectors on. You're going to put that brace piece in there with the T30 Torx. And then those connectors just clip back on. And then it's going to be foam, plastic shield with the 10mm bolts, strut brace. Oh, there is like a rubber, the rubber strip with the wire. I should look up torque specs to see what those big bolts are. I'm sure they're probably like around 70 or 80 foot-pounds. They're pretty hefty to get out, but that's about it. Oh, I forgot to mention this piece here. It's a hose that goes to your brake booster. So these two tabs just squish together like that, and then the line just pops out before you take that plastic shield off with all the 10mm bolts that run around it. I forgot to mention that. And then just it just pivots, so you can just move it out of the way. And you don't have to worry about taking this thing off. You can just leave it on there. The shield kind of goes around it. So have any questions, throw them down in the comments below. And I hope this helped. Thanks for watching.